Part 3 of Platform is building your home base. In order to build your home base, you need to understand the model. The home base should be solid and should provide strong footing to grow from. Examples of this can be Facebook, Twitter, a blog, a website, or even traditional media. A good social media strategy has 3 components. The first component is a home base. This is the digital property that you own and control. Typically, this is where your local fans gather. This could be as simple as a blog or a website. The second component is embassies. These are places you do not own, but where you have a registered profile. For instance, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. The third component is an outpost. These are places that you do not own, nor do you have a regular presence. This is simply where you listen to conversations that interest you. The heart of a home base can be a blog, so either you need to start a blog or restart a blog. There are 6 steps that you should use to create a blog. First, determine a theme. Pick your theme and develop it. Second, select a service. Select the service that best suits you. You can choose from WordPress.com, Typepad.com, Blogger.com, and many more. Third, set up your blog. Decide on what you want your blog to look like. This is a personal preference. Fourth, write your first post. This should be a welcome to my blog. Tell your prospective readers why you started your blog and what kind of things you intend to write. Fifth, publicize your blog. Make sure that you select that your blog is public. Sixth, write regularly. If people like what you write, they will come back. If there is nothing new to read, you will not attract people to your site. A blog, part of the home base, is a great way to connect with your audience. Please see the discussion board at blackboard.com for this interactive component. Once connected, you will list 2 ways in which you can use your blog in your classroom. Please be content specific. An example is provided. Pause the video until you have completed this component. Any blog writing should have a template. A typical blog post should have 5 main components. First, the lead paragraph. This part of the blog is key. You must have a premise of the post. It is important that you make it relevant to the readers. Second, include a relevant image. A picture will pull the reader into the post. Third, include personal experiences. Readers connect with stories, so share something about yourself. Fourth, include the main body. Make the main content of the post scannable. You can do this by including bullets, numbered list, or even both. This makes the content shareable. Fifth, include discussion questions. Post questions that allow the reader to think about the topic and comment back. When writing a post, there are 5 simple rules to follow. First, make the post short, approximately 500 words. Second, use short paragraphs. This should include 3 to 4 sentences. 3. Keep the sentences short. As a general rule, try to avoid compound sentences. Fourth, use simple words. The goal is to communicate, not impress the reader with your vocabulary. Fifth, provide internal links. Since you cannot say everything in your post, link to other posts where you have developed a thought in more detail. Posts take a long time to create. If you are like most bloggers, you are trying to find time to write between your job, family, and other activities. Here are a few examples of how to speed up the writing process. First, start the night before. This allows the mind to engage with the topic in advance. Second, use downtime to think. Focus on what your blog will be about. Create a main premise and outline it in your head. Third, set a timer. To help you get started and avoid distractions, set a timer for no more than 70 minutes. This will create a sense of urgency. Fourth, use a template. Begin your blog with what you want to say and then develop it from there. Fifth, create an outline. Create an outline from your template. If you begin with an overview, the blog post will become a fill in the blank. Sixth, write without editing, then edit and format. Do not write and edit at the same time. Writing is a right brain function. Editing is a left brain function. Switching between the two will slow you down. Write continuously and then edit. Lastly, publish a draft. Once you are happy with your post, publish it. Avoid common blogging mistakes or traffic killers. These are self-explanatory. Don't post too often. You don't post often enough. Your post is too long. You don't invite engagement. You don't participate in the conversation. You don't make your content accessible. You don't create catchy headlines. Your first paragraph is weak. Your post is off-brand, or the post is too much about you. Avoid these. In order to attract more readers, create a better About You page. This is also self-explanatory. Write in first person. Write in a conversational style. Start with the reader's priorities. Tell them about yourself. Tell them about your blog. Set their expectations of what they should expect when reading your blog. Invite them to subscribe. Point them to your top post. Provide a full biography. Tell them how to contact you. Include a photo or video. And, if you want, consider a disclaimer. With any blog, it is important to protect your intellectual property. To do this, you must understand copyright laws. Your post is protected the moment you create it. No one can legally reproduce it. Publish an official copyright notice. This is not required in order to protect your work. However, it will remind the world that it is your property. Create an explicit permissions policy. Create a separate page that spells out exactly what people may do with your content. This will keep people from contacting you about your content. Give the benefit of the doubt. Not everyone who reposts your blog is doing so in a malicious way, so be understanding. Request that your post be removed if someone does post it. If they do not, demand the unauthorized user to take down their content or further action will be taken. Notify the infringer's hosting service. If the offender does not cooperate, notify the hosting service for further action to be taken. In conclusion, creating a platform is necessary in order to get noticed in the noisy world that we live in. Although it may be challenging at first, the key is to start. You should ask yourself, what would accomplishing this make possible? What would having a platform make possible for your business, your cause, or your classroom? You don't need to be perfect at creating a platform. Take the first step and figure out the rest.